You're at the table where you're supposed to put it down. Do you put it down and walk away like you're supposed to, or do you just say fuck it and keep reading?
Put it down and walk away.
Okay. Back to you guys in the cell. What are you doing?
We're waiting. Stalbor, I think, would be very aware of how long his
I
spells
mean,
last.
what's your plan to before the spell ends, or is it just when the spell ends?
When
Kieran
the
has a
spell
plan.
ends.
Okay.
When the
I
spell
have
ends.
I have keys to unlock our cell if we need to fight this
Stalbor
out.
has very obviously.
I also have my pole arm here.
So Kieran can see, because I imagine it's like Reich and then Kieran and Stalbor, because he's like leaning back.
So
Has
nothing.
pulled the amulet she gave him on top of his cloak.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing that you guys have ever planned.
There's no pre-plan. There's just after plan.
So
I
I
have
don't know. High wisdom character. What do we do?
eventually, the body becomes visible again. Within a couple of seconds of what Stalbor was counting to, like, in his head. You know what I mean? Give or take, like, 5 or 6 seconds, because, you know, it's a whole hour, right? So, all of a sudden, the body becomes visible again. And the guy is done having his conversation with Reich, and he's kind of off to the side doing something. But now, once it becomes visible, it's like, because I had to roll my perception check, the guy doesn't notice immediately. But it's one of those, like, you have moments at best. As he like finishes putting something down and turning.
I reach for my pole arm as I kind of like look at you guys like more half like, okay, let's do this, and half like, oh my god, what are we gonna do?
Stalbor kind of looks at that, nods, and like drags his sword off the unconscious guy so it becomes visible.
Grab my amulet.
And then uses his Misty Step amulet, which Scott, feel free to destroy.
Well, that's what we gotta do.
And blink
I like that.
to him.
do
I
this,
imagine
fans.
it's all quite.
What are you guys doing?
So he
The
literally
only thing we
blinks.
can do.
Kieran, could you do me a favor? Because you were the one that gave Ollie the amulet.
Oh,
Describe for me the effect as he
I have a
misty
plan.
steps out.
So it's just this little vial of water,
Mhm.
and I imagine, like I said before, like it kind of like have like a faint like, little glow to it. It starts glowing more and more, and eventually like it just encompasses like all of like Stalbor's body and like just evaporates like in like mist and just like kind of like gray mist, and kind of like floats off.
And like moves swiftly over to wherever it's going to rematerialize,
Yep, and you rematerialize together.
and then the
The
glow kind
goes
of.
away.
Yep.
Fades.
And for the record, I'd want to try the best of my ability to grab the guy as I'm rematerializing.
Sure.
Like, cover his mouth.
Sure, athletics check, sir.
Yeah, I know. This is bad.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining
Did I
us
also not
piling
finish Nata?
unconscious guards in the cell. Just like 12 unconscious guards, one by one. We just just bed like a blanket.
It makes you think of. Makes you think of either like the Chronicles of Riddick game, or like what's that one Splinter Cell, or
You just pile dead bodies. It's so fucking.
you know. I remember Splinter Cell. I used to pile like 8 or 9 bodies, but I haven't failed this mission yet. It's okay. Like, I can't stealth past these guys. You know.
So, for the record, Stalbor totally fails that grapple, right?
Fail the
no.
stuff if you don't. If there ain't nobody around to see you.
So you rematerialize and you try to like grab at the guy to grab at him as he's putting down whatever knickknack or whatever he's holding, and you kind of like overreach and like bump into him, like your chest bumps into him. It's your first time using this amulet. Your chest bumps into him. You kind of like reach over and you whack his hand, and whatever he was holding falls to the ground and shatters. And he's like, "What the?" And he immediately whips around to be like, "What the fuck?" And you're standing right there. Now I have to have you guys roll initiative. Because, you know, 2 of you locked in a cell.
Hours left then.
Well, I have a pole arm.
Don't forget
We
to
never took our weapons back.
Don't forget to click your token.
Well,
Oh, I like the way I like to magic. Cause I got a terrible initiative roll too. I kind of like fumbled and nearly fell as I rematerialized onto like his chair. Like winded myself. Like that is not. Turning into mist is not a pleasant experience. FYI. It's like he's vaping or something.
I'm
my
gonna
actual
grab...
was 16. It's just
Yeah, go ahead, you can fix it. I'm gonna grab Luca for my roll. Just
annoying.
fix something.
Yes, yes.
Oh! I rolled off of a 2 onto a 20. Oh my god.
This is
Look at that.
great, guys.
Oh my god.
Fortunate.
Rolled off of a 2 onto a
Wow.
20. Yeah, I used Luca just to make sure that I got that. Wow.
Fuck.
Okay, so you all of a sudden he turns around and he's like, "What the hell?" And immediately he pulls out his sword because he has Luca right there. Now, the only person I'm going to allow to do something first, because they've been itching for an hour, waiting for the moment. I'm going to assume Kieran had some sort of prepared action before I go. I will assume that you had some sort of prepared action prior to
There's
this.
no way Stalball wouldn't have tried. Like, Kieran knows Elvish, right? At least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That Lou would have at least tried to
Kieran-
say, to give her a little countdown.
Kieran is going. Shit. Kieran, Rike is holding his quarterstaff, right?
Yes, his
Hold on,
slave, yeah.
Jab, jab.
So she did have a prepared action, which was to cast a spell. It's probably gonna be lethal. But she will see like Salbor like holding on to him, and she'll see Rike with his quarterstaff, and she will exercise restraint and not murder this guy, and allow Rike to potentially knock him out.
So she actually chooses to do nothing.
No.
He is going
No,
to
please don't.
he's going to immediately turn around and have Stalbor there, and as Stalbor is kind of like fumbling, he's actually with his free hand, like as he draws his sword, with his free hand, he's going to quickly give Stalbor a shove with his other hand, like shove him against the wall to like, ugh, and then swing mightily with his sword to try to get him. He is of course holding a long sword, which is the typical House Beneath weapon. Where's Stalbor? There you are. One attack.
Not much armor.
Don't die, Stalbor.
That'll be fine.
Don't do it.
Oh, if Salbor's dead, then this guard's dead. The other guard's probably dead too, just out of spite.
Jeez. So much for
The-
restraint,
the,
huh?
the invisibility magic is not pleasant. Let's say that.
How much damage, Scott?
I rolled a crit.
Oh no.
Fuck, I wanted to
This
shield.
dude is
You gotta
dead.
shield a
This dude is
crit.
very dead.
Stalball's dead.
I rolled a crit. So I mean, oh god, it makes so much sense that you were materializing,
Yeah,
stumbling, him shoving you
does.
against the wall and everything. He swings and he hits you for 16 points of damage with his critical hit. Oof.
I'm totally not. Wait a minute.
Fairly well, Stalby. We knew you well.
This dude is
He's like, what
very
the hell? Shoves you back. He's like,
I'm sure there's
God,
been
it
a
hits the thing.
misunderstanding. The blood.
Go
Can
ahead.
you imagine that was a stab right in here, right in the gooey bits. That's just
Oh.
like blood, but gurgling, then just sliding.
It's
It's not down.
it's your turn,
Oh.
Eric.
Well, I'm gonna try to glaive this dude in the fucking face.
Sure.
Or Naginata, I guess.
Pull arm.
Wait, you open the cell?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to attack him from outside the cell first, because
Yeah, I was gonna
fair.
say if you're attacking through the bars, you don't have your full range. I was about to impose disadvantage on you for the way that you were.
oh well,
Yeah.
if that's gonna happen, I'm gonna fucking open the cell door. Fuck that noise.
If you open the cell door, you have ridiculous speed. You just have to burn a point to be able to walk all the way over there, a key point.
Okay, well then that's
'Cause
fine by me.
It's gonna eat up a ton of your move. Like, okay, my one interact
Oh.
with object, and then
Wait a second, I might not need to burn a key point necessarily to do that anymore. Hold on 1 second. I gotta take a look at one of my new abilities. Nope, I do have to use a key point, but that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a key point to for a dash action
Yep.
to move into position.
there you go, perfect.
And if I'm gonna move into position, I'm gonna use my I'll just stick with my Naginata for now. I already rolled it, so
Okay.
15 hit.
15 definitely hits him.
All right, let's do this.
Oof, 9 points of damage. Ugh, he's
Well, I do get an unarmed attack on him because
Yep.
this is one of my
Yep.
Kensai weapons.
wait. As a Kensai weapon, you don't get an unarmed attack because it's not a monk weapon.
Oh no,
You
it's
get
just
to
it's
just
just
deal
a
an additional
damage.
D4 damage. Yeah.
Alright.
So roll a D4.
That's such a weird rule. I mean,
The
obviously
funny
it's
part
just
is that
Kensai.
that's the updated version of the class. The old version of the class is even worse. So anyways, so you hit the guy. for 9 points of damage. And he's kind of staggering back himself and up against the wall, pretty much next to where Stalbor is, like grabbing his side and bleeding. And he's now like up against the same wall next to Stalbor. And then you immediately follow back up with a smack to the side of his head with the backside of your weapon, and just knock him clean out cold. And he slumps to the ground, sitting on his ass right next to where Stalbor is again against the wall, holding himself.
Can we move freely now?
Yes, you
I
might.
will open a bag
I'll
that
on
has
top of the other guard.
that's full of health potions. Like, there's actually, I only just realized there's 5 health potions in this bag, and I will just like, ah. It was a good plan.
Okay. Well,
So
It looks
how
as
much
though-
longer are we gonna give Luca to like
it looks as
solve
though
this problem?
the peaceful means has kind of gone out the window. How stealthy are you?
How stealthy is Kieran?
I look at like these two. Just
Super
how stealthy.
stealthy.
I imagine some of your stealth capabilities were used up when you cast your spell on him. Looking to you. Why do
I
you-
like draw the potion back, and it's like mostly blood. This is like put the thing down.
This is gonna go poorly. We have very little choice. Listen, I have a plan. It's not a great plan, but it's the only plan I got. We need to get rid of Duncan. If we take down Duncan, I feel as though the rest can be reasonable.
Well,
Yeah.
my experience,
I mean, if the changeling wasn't what's his
Sorry.
fuck, then it's probably the guy who's trying to take a man now.
Karen,
But
no restraint here. Let's get rid of this guy.
really,
Oh my.
what about the innocent people? How no restraint are we
You said
talking here?
Duncan. You said Duncan.
Yeah, but we're not just gonna be fighting Duncan. Let's be real here.
I'm well aware, but you can do whatever you need to take out Duncan. The others, do your best to try not to harm.
Fantastic.
At this point, I'll hand them both a potion of healing. Go, cheers.
Yeah.
I put it on my
Pocket
belt
it,
and I say,
Aw.
well, this is gonna go, hopefully well.
Don't mind.
I draw my katana,
Let's go kill a possible changeling.
it out, and I kind of like,
Changeling, just an asshole.
I lock the.
Either way.
I strip the guards of their weapons, and I make sure I grab both their sets of keys, and I lock the door behind me, and I say, "There's 2 down. What is it? 15 more to go?"
All right, let's go.
At one point in time,
Alright.
Lucas saw a group of like 20 leave, and
but
and
they're-
whatnot.
Right left.
What?
You'll be fine.
No,
Alright, so-
they left. Remember, so like there's a huge chunk of people that aren't in the castle because they're off doing something. So
And then where I would like to try to stealthily go out so we can try to get a lay of the land and
I'm willing to stealth. Yeah.
I'm willing to try and stealth.
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's the best we can do.
But like, we would be aware that Reich goes first with a
Yeah.
time period. So if we
Mhm.
fuck up, it doesn't fuck him up, right? That's the plan.
problem is you guys don't know where anything else is aside from like kind of around this room because you left out here. You know how to get out the front door.
We saw where Duncan was.
You know like 'cause again how to get out the front door. You know where the place to get your stuff is, and where it was that you interrogated people, and kind of around here. You know that the medical area was over near where you were interrogating people, but you don't know exactly where that room is. How do you guys intend to proceed? Door opens up. You look down the hallway. There's nobody there.
So I would like to try to head back up towards the courtyard. I'm gonna sneak up ahead, and I'm pretty much gonna say, give me like a good 30-foot berth to get up in front of you, check out ahead, and then I'll wave to you.
Roll me a stealthy check, Eric.
All right, guys, I believe. Believe.
I believe I can fly. Ooh! 22.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
So you make your way sneakily out there. At one point in time, 2 people do walk by, kind of like jogging by quickly, carrying some stuff. Jogging by and heading towards the actual courtyard itself. You hang back into the shadows because it is still dark. You do have night vision. And eventually they go by and you walk back out and finally get into the courtyard, and you do so again stealthily. Roll for me a perception check, please.
You know who I'm looking for.
Duncan.
Find this
This is
fucker.
Deadpool all over again.
Damn it. That was not great.
So you go out there and you look
Oh.
around and you try to see. You see there's a couple people in the courtyard and you hear more, but unfortunately, like what's going up on the walls or anything like that, you can't really see what's going on due to the parapets and whatnot of the wall. It's kind of hard to see what's going on up there from the angle and where you are. Perhaps if you move around to a different angle, you could see a bit better.
I'm gonna take a moment. I want to try to see if they're like, if people are moving in like a rotation or anything like that. I
You
want
can't
to see if
even
people are
really
moving
see.
around.
You can't even really see up
Okay.
there that well with your angle.
So
with
then
that
I'm
where
gonna
you
try
are.
the reposition before I call them up.
Roll me a stealthy check then.
I believe.
Dude, that rolled off a 1.
Yeah.
That rolled off of a
Right.
1.
Be still my heart.
Are you happy with your 14? I'm allowed to ask those questions again. Did you guys miss that?
Oh, I do miss this a little bit. All right, yeah, actually, I haven't used any of my my points yet, so I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it.
It feels like
Are you
3.5
sure?
all over again.
Are you comfortable with that?
Are you comfortable with that?
Damn it.
Okay. So
Great.
you reposition yourself, and nobody seems to notice you. Maybe because they're too preoccupied. Maybe because there's a good distance between you and them. Whatever the case may be. So roll me another perception check, please. This time, don't suck. Looking around much better, you're able to see the looking around much better, you're able to see everybody up there. There's honestly on the walls out here over by like where the gate is, the walls, the courtyard, there seems to be about 28 people. I mean, you know that a good chunk had left the place or whatever, but if there's like 28 people here plus the people that left the place, that means inside this castle is probably pretty fucking empty. Like, aside from the actual perimeter.
Only
Yeah.
be a fireball.
Well, they're spaced out over a big courtyard.
All right.
Yeah. A couple lightning bolts,
Ultimate-
though.
If only
Lightning
we
bolt
had
then.
28
Do I spot
fireballs.
who I'm looking for?
What was that?
Do I spot who I'm looking for?
Duncan? Yeah. He's up on the wall and everything. He's probably about, because now you're much further back, he's probably about 170 feet from where you are. But again, like, it seems that almost everybody's out in this courtyard right now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to move back to a place where they can see me and usher them forward.
Okay. You guys roll me your stealth checks at this point.
Cool. I, for the record, am gonna cast False Life again. Weirdly
Don't
enough.
Weirdly enough.
For some reason, I can never cast. Oh, because False Life has got like this. You made it have a
Alright,
little
I said
secondary check. I
specifically
keep
don't
forgetting.
suck.
Yep. Ian's like skipping, like, I can
So,
kill some people.
Stalbor casts false life on himself while he's going off ahead, like, yeah, it's fine. And he's like, oh, he's calling us now. He could see, and he starts like making his way forward. And Kieran like
I
sees
did
him
the same
walking.
thing I did with Nico, where I do turn to Kieran and do like a bunch of military hand motions. Kieran
This
does
is-
and
Kieran just
Somebody's like-
walks. Kieran's just like,
Yeah.
there's somebody here. And just starts walking out towards where they are, just like beelines
Oh,
towards it.
God.
I would genuinely like sneak out so I can see, right? Cast message, be like, Kieran's gonna blow everything. Like,
Slowly grabbing my my short bow in my hand and praying to all of my heathen gods. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, she's gonna blow it. This is nothing I could do about that.
Kieran,
Distraction.
Kieran.
Hold
Oh, go ahead.
on.
Him just watching you, just kind of like walk out there, like
Yeah.
fuck these guys. Let's just kill them, all of them,
Yeah.
all of
All
them.
of them.
This
All of
entire
them.
this entire keep that withstood the war.
it's
All
like,
of
like
them.
what about the
Anyway.
innocents? None of them are innocent.
Okay. What I would like to do, let me know if this is a possibility. I would like to loose an arrow in a far off area, like just shoot it at the wall, like in a far off corner, to make a noise, kind of like in every stealth game ever, where it was like, oh, what was that?
Must be the wind.
Yeah, must have been the wind.
You are welcome to do that. However,
It's like my favorite thing.
I need you to make me a sleight of hand check with this.
That's another
Clever
great
shot.
skill for
Hey.
old right.
While they're doing this,
That's a
Scott,
good
can I drink a health potion?
You most certainly can. Yes.
That's nice. Nice.
That's a
You
spicy
fire a shot, it goes and it skids off a wall perfectly and gets lost somewhere amongst hay, where nobody would even know what happened. There actually is a distraction. That's gorgeous, Luca. Actually, Will, before you do that, a lot of time has passed. It's been over an hour.
Oh, has it been over? I was gonna ask that. But I
Yeah,
didn't think
because
it was
that
been over an hour.
invisibility potion alone was an hour. The
Oh.
spell alone was an hour.
Yeah, I'm using hit dice.
Yeah. So before you cast that spell, sorry, drink that potion. All right. So, anyways, Kieran, what he afforded you was a second stealth check, effectively like.
Don't suck.
He's like,
I
get
will use
down or
I'll use an action
something.
point. I'll use an
Okay.
action point on top of it.
All right. So, Luca, sorry, Reich, you more or less just like you look at Kieran and you just give her a look and then just fire an arrow off into the distance, and Kieran's like, and then actually moves
Oh, we're
immediately over
attacking
to a
now?
wall, immediately over to a wall, and starts trying to move a bit more stealthily. Nobody seems to notice her. Attention is brought over to where that noise was, though. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna use that to try to get to a position that would be like, if there's like I shoot to the corner of the wall. If you would turn around and like see a portion of the courtyard, that would be easy to see. I want to try to get to somewhere where they would not easily see us from where I shot the arrow.
Yep.
I want to try to like migrate this over there, and what I want to do is I'm gonna point out Duncan. I'm gonna say something to the effect of, there's a lot of people on the wall here. I'll stand by the plan if you guys will stand by it, but I'm not sure if it will work the same way I was hoping for. I was hoping there would be lesser presence on the wall given the situation with their leader. But if we fight, there's 28 of them, and I'm only hoping that they'll stop when we defeat Duncan.
I mean, I can create a cloud, but they seem pretty spread out.
What good is a cloud gun?
They
will
won't see us.
Stop. The arrows are the least of my worries.
They have ballista. I just need to turn them around.
You really think they're gonna be able to turn the ballistas around?
Well, in Aeronel, we would have turned the ballistas around.
And also,
I
they'd
don't
be
know
shoo-
how these flatfoots would have turned the
The-
ballistas around.
These would be shooting the ballistas inside of their encampment, which would be even stupider. They'd probably damage things. And
I've met a lot of humans. And
Yeah,
I'm
you-
not
you know,
ruling it
that's-
out.
that stands to reason. So let's not rule it out. But if it comes to that, do either of you have any magical fire you can shoot? I mean, I haven't really
I
seen
don't
any
really
magical fire.
do fire.
Yeah, well, okay, well, no need to get your britches in a bunch. Just
I'm
asking.
just saying, right?
All right,
We're
well,
having this lovely conversation.
well, the alternative here is we can try to sneak inside of the hold, find Luca, and
Why
perhaps
don't we
just
sneak
get
up there?
get
And
outta
I point to like where Duncan is. Why don't we sneak up there and just kill him?
Okay. Oh, do you not understand stealth? You see, when there's people between you and the location you're sneaking to, that makes stealth difficult.
Round.
She
Listen,
can fly, right?
I can fly.
She just needs to get under him.
Yeah, can you make me invisible? Can I just fly up there? Can that be a thing that happens? Can we do that?
It's possible.
Let's
But then
do
you'd
that.
be on your own.
That's fine. I'll make a cloud.
I have ranged attacks that can reach him.
We have range
to-
support there. Alright. This is a
So-
plan. It's gonna work.
Kieran's like,
Well,
I don't care. Kieran's like, I don't care. I just want this guy to die.
So,
How will
Like,
the
I don't
spell
care if
be-
there's 27 other people shooting arrows at me or swinging at me with swords. As long as this one guy dies,
Yeah.
I'm
here's
happy.
the plan.
That
You're-
one guy.
That one
You're
guy.
gonna get up to
Fuck
him, invisible. We're going to try to take a single strike against him, hopefully felling him, and then afterwards use your fog ability to protect yourself from the arrows.
Okay.
Alright. Let's do this.
Close your mouth.
To do my stretches. Close your mouth. What?
Doesn't taste good.